Left Behind, Chapter 9, Part 2, page 166. No. I use them regularly, but I prefer the 747. Haven't been rated this year on the 57. That's all we're flying east this weekend. We'll have to get somebody else. I need to get rated soon, just so we have flexibility. Duly noted. What's next for me? You want a Monday run to Atlanta and back the same day on a 747? Sounds perfect. You can tell me if there'll be room on that flight for a family member. Let me check. Raver, the computer keys, and a distracted voice. While I'm checking, we got a request from a crew member that should be assigned to your next flight. Only thing she was thinking you'd be going back on that run tonight. Logan and JFK and back. Who? Hottie Durham? Let me see. Right. So is she assigned to Boston and New York? Uh-huh. And I'm not, so the question is moot, right? I guess so. You got any leadings one way or the other? I'm sorry, she's going to ask again as my guess. Do you have any objection to her being assigned to one of your upcoming flights? Won't be Atlanta, right? That's too soon, right? Rayford sighed. No objections, I guess. No, wait. Let's just let it happen if it happens. I'm not following you, Captain. I'm just saying if she gets assigned to the normal course, I have no objection. But let's not go through any gymnastics to make it happen. Gotcha. Your flight to Atlanta looks like it could handle your freebie. Name? Chloe Steele. Put her in first class, but if you sell out, you know I've got to bump her back. When Rayford got off the phone, Chloe drifted into the room. I'm not flying tonight, he said. Is that good news or bad news? I'm relieved. I got to spend more time with you. After the way I talked to you, I figured you want to keep me out of sight and out of mind. Chloe, we can talk frankly to each other. You're my family. I hate to think of being away from you at all. I've got a down and back flight to Atlanta Monday, and I have to book you booked in first class if you want to go. Sure. I only wish you hadn't said one thing, which you don't even want to consider my theory. You've always liked my theories. I don't mind you saying you don't buy it. I don't know enough to articulate in a way that makes any sense. But your mother talked about this. Once she even warned me that that if I didn't know for sure I'd be going to, if Christ returned for his people, I shouldn't be flip about it. But you were? I sure was, but never again. Well, Dad, I did not be flip about it. I just can't accept it. That's all. That's fair. But don't say you won't even consider it. Well, did you even consider the Space Invaders theory? As a matter of fact, I did. You're kidding. I considered everything. You're kidding. I considered everything. This was so far beyond human experience, so what were we supposed to think? Oh, yes, if I take back they won't even consider it, what does that mean? Will you become religious fanatics all of a sudden and start going to church? What? And it's not too late. If you're right, we maybe missed our chance forever. That's what I have to find out, don't you think? Let's check this out, see if there's anything to it. There is, we should not want nothing more than to know if there's still a chance that we can be with Mom and Raimi again someday. Chloe sat shaking her head. Gee, Dad, I don't know. Listen, I called the church your mom was going to. Oh, brother, I told her about the recording and the offer of the tape. Dad, a tape for those left behind? Please. You're coming at this as a skeptic, so sure it sounds ridiculous to you. I see no other logical explanation, so I can't wait to hear the tape. You're desperate. Of course I am, aren't you? I'm miserable and scared, but I'm not so desperate that I'm going to lose my faculties. Oh, Daddy, I'm sorry. Please don't look at me like that. I don't blame you for checking this out. Go ahead. Don't worry about me. Will you go with me? I'd rather not. But if you want me to, you can wait in the car. It's not that. I'm not afraid of meeting someone I disagree with. We'll go over there tomorrow, Rayford said, disappointed in the reaction of Vanilla's determined to follow through for her sake as much as his. If he was right, he did not want to fail his own daughter. Okay, so it's Chapter 9 of Left Behind. The first book of Left Behind series, Left Behind. Chapter 9. Take care, everybody.